just what I'd hoped for when I first decided to study archaeology. Action, adventure, excitement of all sorts. Needless to say, I haven't found any artifacts that can kill Nazis yet. That's not to say I haven't had my share of excitement, though.
This is Franklin Stark, Ph.D., Assistant Professor of Archaeology at Portland State University. I'd originally come out to interview him about a documentary I was working on, only to find that, well, there was something all the more interesting here than what I'd originally intended on.
Hey, Franklin Stark, right? Yeah. John Winchester? Jim Winchester. Jim. Yeah, thanks for speaking.
Yeah, thanks for getting the word out.
Of course. So you received a call then?
Yes.
Really worded the call seemed a little more appropriate for a firefighter than for an archaeologist.
Well, sometimes we receive emails, phone calls, etc. asking us to come and inspect artifacts, hopefully in situ. Usually property owners just want to assign a value to an artifact, but not to perform due diligence.
So how far is this call taking you today?
Just a few minutes. Archaeological sites are scattered all over the region, surprising to most locals.
How sensitive are sites?
Well, it varies. Sometimes we're called in to expose bones. Police get involved. You know, hand with man type stuff.
Always so serious?
Never. Well, hardly.
So, due diligence.
Due diligence.
Allie, thanks for coming by so quick.
Yeah, Franklin Stark.
Steve Moore.
Nice to meet you.
Can I get you anything? Coffee? Tea?
No, I'll be okay. Just the artifact, please.
All right. It's right here.
So how exactly did this come to be?
Well, I'm digging for a garden and just dug it up. I haven't moved or anything. Figured it was like one of those crime shows and, you know, you're not supposed to touch the body, so I haven't touched it.
Huh. You, weren't trying to bury a body, were you?
No, not today.
Well, I'm very good at digging holes if you need any help.
Noted.
Well, it seems what you have here is a bit confusing. I can't make any definite claims right now. I'm gonna go back to my car and I think I have a few tools to set up some basic excavation equipment. Just need a GPS point, set up a small grid, take a few pics. Shouldn't take me too long to test the artifact, or if there's more in the lab.
All right. I got somebody else coming by later to look at it. Do you mind?
Yep, the more the merrier. Debate is healthy.
And this is the greatest fraud since the scientific community covered up Piltdown Man.
Enter Victor Katselos, renowned pseudoscientist and host of the History Network's hit series Ancient Astronauts. Katselos arrived in Portland this morning on the trail for what he thinks is a monumental find in the search for proof that aliens once walked among us.
This is a general failure by archaeologists to examine all of the evidence.
such an honor to meet you finally, Mr. Katsulos. I've been following your work for so many years. It's great to meet you.
Well, it's my pleasure. The value of history should be exercised by all. Can you tell me where the artifact is?
It's just right over here in the ground.
Okay.
An archaeologist came by earlier and said he was going to come back and excavate it.
Well, most archaeologists have some flawed excavation techniques, and if you make us some coffee, I'll take this artifact out of provenience, and I'll get some of my journalist friends on the line. See if anyone in the area can come by.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I've been doing this for years. Just leave it to me.
All right, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay, actually, come here. I think what we have here is an incredible piece of the human puzzle, and it's just right here in your backyard. So, but I think we need to wait a few minutes and get some witnesses to this discovery. Can you bear with me?
Sure, of course.
What else? Oh yeah, you are you interested in entering into financial negotiations for this artifact?
Yes. I'm very interested.
I think you can get royalties from my publishings too. So, I mean, and it's right here on your property, so it's justified.
I deserve every penny I can get, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, I was thinking in the range of
1,300?
13,000, my friend.
You got yourself a deal.
Fantastic. Okay, well, actually, wait a minute. It looks like my journalist friend is over here. Yes! This is my chance. This is my chance. I have discovered the new segment of ancient alien theory. I'm a millionaire!
Katsulos was right. This was his big chance. His claim that there was no possible way that the indigenous population here could have created, let alone utilized, the technology. Therefore, as our wild-haired friend would posit, the answer had to be an intervening alien force, granting this knowledge to the natives long before it was invented by Western culture. Stark, rightly of course, couldn't abide that sort of misinformation, though. He knew that the archaeological community would ignore Katsulos, so he focused his campaign toward the media. As a part of it, he and a few of his grad students made a video about the dangers of jumping to conclusions on finds, and just how easy it is to create hoaxes. Here's a clip from that.
What splendid monumental constructions these mounds must have been. Who could have built them?
Surely the people that live here.
Impossible. Must have been some lost race that built this.
Perhaps it was the Vikings. They were white men after all.
Hey, look what I found on my farm!
That settles it. It must have been the lost tribes of Israel.
3 days later, Stark appeared in an interview with Portland Today. Here's the interview as it was filmed, uncut.
Hello, and welcome to Portland Today. I'm here today with Mr. Stark, a local archaeologist. Welcome, Mr. Stark.
Thank you for having me. Of course the so-called Newark holy stones are fake. The Hebrew on them is the wrong dialect for the time period.
So did Warwick make them then?
It is possible, but anyone could have planted them there. One thing's for sure. The ancient Israeli tribe of mound builders were a lot more interesting to the general public than the real Native American tribes that built them. There's just one of dozens of hoaxes connecting ancient Israel to pre-Columbian America.
And do you think this is a fake too?
I didn't say that, but it's a possibility. That's all. I'm not drawing conclusions. Not without data.
You do seem skeptical though.
That's my job. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence.
So the bottom line is, what do you think we have here?
Well, I can tell you what it is not, and that's aliens. Bottom line is, I would sooner believe that this artifact was grown here organically than to assume that it's a piece of hidden technology granted by spacemen.
Well, that wraps up our time here, Mr. Stark. Thank you very much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
And here is what made the air.
The bottom line is, what do you think we have here?
Well, I can tell you what it is, and that's aliens. Bottom line is, it's a piece of hidden technology granted by spacemen.
Well, that wraps up our time here, Mr. Stark. Thank you very much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
And do you know what this all means? Is it irrelevant? Does it mean nothing? Can it be hand-waved away by a mainstream science? Not so much. This, my friends, is nothing short of the hugest find of all time. It means not just that men from stars have visited us. Indeed, it truly proves that what we'd all feared, that the end of the world is upon us. We have here undeniable proof that aliens are among us. This is proof. This is proof that the Mayans were right. And that these ancient astronauts gave us knowledge of our very demise on the 21st of December.
Go figure, people actually believed. While half the world prepared for its demise, the other half went to work, as usual, including Dr. Stark.
It is worth recalling from Chapter 3 that this is a period of great environmental changes in sharp contrast with today's conditions. At the period's beginning, 1500 BP, the coastal plain in the south was much broader than it is today, though the coastline itself was probably as sharp and abrupt. The coastal plain with lakes and streams also extended north from what is now Vancouver Island. Another coastal plain links the Queen Charlotte Islands to the mainland.
Hey, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, what's this got to do with aliens?
I'm sorry, it has absolutely nothing to do with aliens. Evidence for subsistence practices on the coast prior to the Pacific period is quite thin, and there's nothing older than I got into this field because I wanted to help shine some light on the truth. You know, who we are as humans, where we actually came from, that sort of thing. I never really expected that it would turn out like this. And when a tiny portion of my work would be used out of context like it was, I don't know, maybe I'm to blame, maybe it's my fault. Maybe I should have done something to avoid it. Maybe I should have listened to my father. Gone into accounting. Maybe there's still time. Chicago.